Hey guys,
you know who and what it is.
It's the Cool Couple AC, and we're back with a special episode of the Situlations podcast. Today is Saturday, December 5th. Normally, we would do our episodes on Sundays, but we had to drop an episode today. Before we start the video, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe to our channel so that you guys don't miss any more of our heated conversations. So let's get to it. There's some things going on in Instagram and social media, Facebook, just in general, of a real life situation that it got extremely out of hand. So we wanted to discuss that.
Yeah, it's that major hype situation, the accusations and the videos that have come out. If you don't know much about it, Majah Hype is a West Indian comedian. He's gotten famous on doing his stuff on Instagram.
Yeah,
like his imitations on what different islands behave like and whatnot.
I was a big fan of his.
You know what? He was funny. I'm not even going to sit here and say he wasn't.
No, he was hilarious.
He was hilarious.
He was hilarious.
He was one of the best comedians to come out of the West Indies this decade. I'll say that much.
Yeah.
And he is now being accused of physically abusing his ex-fiance, I believe.
Kirby, by the name of Kirby?
Yeah.
The name is Kirby.
Kirby, yeah. Yeah, they were together for, I believe, 2 years, and now it's being brought to public light that he put his hands on her. But he's also saying that she was abusive
as
towards
well.
him.
Yeah.
She also said that she was physically and verbally abusive towards him. And he's not just trying to dump off what he's saying and running. He's just trying to open up the light, just have a conversation about everything. I don't really see him as much as he didn't say he didn't do anything. When he went on his live, he just tried to put it all out so he doesn't have to readdress.
He tried to address everything at one time.
It was more so look, I know people are going to be talking about things, so all the things you guys are going to talk about, I'm going to give you my conversations about it in one shot, and then boom, you guys can talk about it as you will.
But honestly, I'm going to say this. I think the first thing that they did wrong was even touch social media. When you have situations in your relationships, for me personally, I just don't think you should be running to social media to try and resolve an issue. And now I understand her issue is that she was or allegedly abused by him physically. So she wanted to tell her story on what happened. And as a woman, when I first saw what happened, I was like, whoa, that's crazy. Having a good heart and just living in this world and seeing bad things happen, my first instinct was compassion. I had to basically feel her pain. As a woman, I had to sit there and be like, you know what, that's wrong. She's hurting, this is crazy, and there's a reason why I'm so,
I'll say this much. For me, as a guy, I know that there are times where women say something and no one takes the time to kind of investigate the situation. And they just go, you know what? A woman said it, so I'm going to believe it. So it might not be right for me, but what I've been training myself to do is see a situation like this and kind of just wait to see what the guy does and see what his reaction is and see how he behaves. See how he takes the situation on. I can't just... If I see somebody say... a woman goes, yo, this guy beat me. She is not posting pictures of the proof, and she doesn't want to talk about it in extent, but she's willing enough to expose it. And then he's not saying anything about it. That kind of makes me look at it okay, well, maybe
you did it.
Yeah, maybe you're guilty. You're not even trying to defend yourself. But if you defend yourself and fall back from public eye and doing what you're doing, or if you defend yourself immediately and just not cloudy, not beating around the bush to defend yourself, just clear, yo, I didn't do it. That's not me. I don't... That I'll hear out. Even if I hear listen, there's a reason for my action. I don't like to say, I don't like to say like if I get a reason that'll make what you did right. I just like to understand people in their situation. So for example, I saw 2 days of the what's her name again? Kirby. Yeah,
Kirby,
sorry.
yeah.
I saw 2 days of Kirby ranting about what he did, right? And I didn't see anything from him. I didn't see him try to address it. I didn't see him put any points up. But I'm thinking to myself, why wouldn't you say something like immediately, like if you didn't do anything, unless you're taking the time to load up a very thought out and logical response? Then I go
without like saying the wrong thing.
Yeah, like if you like, for me to impress me, if a woman's going after a man and saying that he did whatever, just like how it happened with this situation, actually, it impressed me. It took a day. He didn't wait the weekend. He didn't try to ignore it. He didn't try to keep going about his business. He put one post up and realized, yo, everyone's talking about this. So he took down the joke. You know, it was a jokey joke post. He took it down and then he went straight to address it.
With him even posting anything during the time of him being accused of what was going on, or his ex-fiance being, you know, in the pain that she was, I wouldn't think your first reaction would to one, post a video of her and her ex-boyfriend from the past, and number two, act like it doesn't even exist and continue posting your jokes like you're not gonna continue to get the backlash. Like,
imagine he's only talked to about this by a few close friends, a few small circles. Say, yo, someone said something about you, and it's like, yo, no, it's probably not that major. Remember, this guy has 1 million something followers, eh? So
yeah,
for all of those people to see something and get that awareness out to him, that's gonna take a while. Imagine people are commenting on his other posts and he's not even reading the comments. He's just thinking, yo, I did something online. I gave away some money yesterday. I'm blowing up. Because what was you doing the other day? He was what? Giving out houses?
Like he picked 5 people on his live to like give away stuff to. So he would ask them the situation, what they need, and then one girl said a house and whatever the case is. But he was doing a giveaway.
So imagine he's getting bare notifications, probably thinking that's what it's from, only to look at one unknowingly and then see like, wait.
Yeah, no. In the giveaway, you could see at the end of the video him starting to get notifications like, why are people talking about this? What is that? What's that about?
Yeah, like,
and you can see his face change.
Again, I'm not saying things didn't happen the way they happened. I'm not discrediting Kirby. I'm not trying to say that her story is not valid. I'm just trying to think outside the box for a second and say, yo, imagine she made it in her mind to make these videos, send them out, not say that she's gonna do it, not say that they got into a fight.
Even though one, it threw him off.
Like, imagine they were on good terms, and she just thought to herself, you know what? Since you want to be Mr. Good Guy and people don't know how bad you are, bam, I'm gonna do this. Like,
that would throw me off still.
Like a straight jealousy thing. I'm not saying that's what she did. I'm not even insinuating that's what she did.
So what if?
Yeah, I'm just talking about possibilities.
With this situation, for me, it's super touchy. So like, yeah, I'm gonna try to like give my points where I can and speak on it, but yeah, this is a very sensitive topic. Let's do a rundown of what took place. I have my notes. Let's break down the 3
videos.
Okay.
That got us to this point.
So the first video, okay?
When did it come out?
The first video came out on December 2nd.
Okay.
And this was Kirby speaking out on what she went through in the relationship and the abuse, and what trauma she had from it. Okay. And apologizing to her family because she basically strayed away from them, which is very understandable. She didn't want them to know. She was trying to, like, you know, I guess protect everybody from what was going on in her life. So she did that video. That was a video I saw where I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
that was the first video. I'm not gonna say I didn't take it seriously, but I really didn't understand what was going on. I'm like, okay, that's Majah Hype's ex-wife, and then all of a sudden now, within minutes, blow up over Instagram of Majah Hype is abusive. He hits women, boycott him, unfollow him. He doesn't deserve this. He's a woman beater. And then you could see the comments go from like 1,000 to 17,000 on his giveaway video.
Yeah.
And all the comments were bashing him and saying he's a waste man and saying he's not good enough and he's a woman beater and we're not supporting you no more, which is expected. you know, because you don't know, people don't want to support people like that. People have daughters, people have moms, people have sisters. They don't want to see any woman getting abused, right? So that was a video that was on December 2nd. The December 3rd video that she put out, which was on Thursday, she put out a video saying that his response to her first video was him leaking a sex tape of her.
Yeah,
which
that was
is
when she was in the car.
Insane. Like,
that
I'm
was
like,
when she was in the car crying. Insane.
I'm like,
yeah.
My first response to that was like, wait, so your first response to someone accusing you of abusing them is to put out a sex tape? That's crazy to me. So I didn't like that. Like, that, again, touchy subject. So I'm like, yo, that's insane, man. And I'm like, yo, for me, we like think outside the box. So as directed as it is, like, he hit her, she's feeling pain, she's upset, whatever the case is. I'm like, okay, now that I got the shock factor out of the way, it's like, okay, now I'm not gonna say what did she do to him to make him do that, because that's a wrong way to put that. But what took place in the relationship? How was their relationship in general? How long was this going on for?
Hold on.
What?
Hold on. Why is it wrong to ask what she did in the relationship or in the situation? Or could she have possibly done anything? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my thing. Sometimes when things like these happen, like, it's so okay to question the guy and run him down with questions and say whatever, and then it's sin to ask the woman. Like,
well, there's nothing wrong with asking a woman, what did you do? But in this world, everyone is so, mind you, when the situation happened, who did they jump on first? We're going to support her. So it's you can't ask, I realize you can't ask realistic questions in this world. People will get upset. Even though it's facts, people will get upset.
The way I see it is kind of like this. It's almost like someone gets shot and someone's shooting somebody, right? Mm-hmm. They'll ask the shooter why you shot the person who got shot. But they'll always ask the person who gets shot, what were you doing around the time you got shot? Just not because they're trying to blame the person who got shot for getting shot. They just want a better understanding of what was... There's obviously two sides to every story. But if we're only asking him, okay, what happened? We're only giving him a chance to spin it from his view. But if we don't ask her, hey, you think they did anything to piss him off? And, like, honestly, without trying to get your ego involved, it's not just...
I saw one woman... Well, I'm pretty sure there's more. I saw one woman ask on Facebook, what did she do? And she got backlash from it because everyone's like, how insensitive are you to ask what did she do to deserve to get hit? No woman deserves to get hit.
But that's the question that's wrong. You don't phrase it, what did you do to deserve what you got? You have to ask it in a way where you're not blaming them, but you're asking them...
What took place, and how did it lead up to you getting... How did it lead up to him doing it?
How did you contribute to that situation? Because for sure, you're not saying you were sitting down, not doing anything, and he
just knocked you out, yeah.
You're not saying that. So something... Like, that's the only way if I was a detective, maybe people might not like me as much, because that would be my way of asking things. It's like, okay, I know I'm not blaming you and saying it's your fault, but what were you doing in this situation? Did you piss him off? Like, did you do something? Even if you did it, I'm not saying he's not. Yeah. I'm not saying he's right. I'm not saying it excuses him. I just go, it makes more sense and it's easier to believe. I can easier believe a woman pissed off a man and then the man hits her versus a guy girl comes home sitting down, everyone's just in a good mood, everyone's smiling. He just gets up. You know what? I'm gonna do it, and he just gets up. I don't see that happening. No, I'm sorry. I apologize to anyone who's a victim.
Let me touch on that though.
Domestic violence, but I just don't believe people, unless you're very sick and twisted. People don't. I can't see it where people just are in a good mood. Just
let me touch on that.
Boom! I can't see that.
I know, but I can say what you're saying is right. But I can say also that it may not be a situation where she didn't do anything, She probably could have argued with him, said the wrong thing, called him out his name, whatever, and he just got to that boiling point and just blacked out and did what he did. It's knowingly, unknowingly, whatever the case is, it's still wrong, but he did it. But there is some cases where it could be triggered by just why were you talking to another female on the phone for 15 minutes? And then he lashes out because he got caught. Those ones are dangerous also.
Yeah,
so,
and I'm not saying those don't happen. I know those do. I know there's guys who can't handle confrontation, and the only way they can meet confrontation is through either manipulation or violence. And
yeah,
sucks. You know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately,
sucks.
yeah.
And I'm not gonna sit here and behave like those guys don't exist. They do, and I see them, and there's honestly nothing I can do about them because those guys don't listen to nobody.
They're dangerous.
They don't play by nobody's rules. They don't listen to nobody. So as much as there's good guys and girls out there who can say, yo, don't do things, when bad people have their mindset on doing bad things, they're just going to do it. Point blank, period. I think I might get in some hot water again, but myself, personally, I was with a very manipulative woman. And once I realized she was manipulative to get what she wanted and how she wanted it, I didn't feel bad to make the decision to put myself first and say, you know what, I'm not going to be manipulated anymore.
Well, what's wrong with that? Why would you get backlash for that?
There's just the way this world is. If you say to people, if you know this guy seems like he's like that, leave, like get up and leave, then what is said is it's hard. You don't know how hard it is to leave. That's what I hear all the time. When I see somebody, I've seen girls stay in relationships and the guy is beating the dog piss out of them and they keep going back. They run from the guy, they get into the physical altercation, and then they go peacefully with the abuser. I would be an asshole now if I start saying things like, why couldn't you just leave?
You know what? And I think there's a couple of different categories of that. One would be she's probably under manipulation and that's one. Another one would be she's scared to leave. So like, scared as in no matter what she does, where she goes, he's always following her.
Yeah.
Even if she goes to the mom's house, he's sitting up. Dog, listen, touchy subject. Even if he's going to the mom's house, he's sitting outside watching, following her places. So that's another reason why she goes back, because she feels like she's trapped and she can't get out. Another reason would be some women, sorry to say, like they like the excitement of the fighting, they like the arguing, they like all that stuff, so they stay because they like the drama, and that's real. Like some women love the attention that they get from it, or whatever the case is, which is super wrong, because like, you know. But those are a couple situations I could think of why a woman would go back to an abuser and stay, because it can get scary, and once it gets there, it's hard to get out, especially meeting someone and not even seeing their true colors until like a year, 2 years later. Like, it's so messed up how quickly it goes from everything's okay, I'm seeing a little signs, he did something I didn't like, he's starting to do a lot of things I don't like, now he's abusing me, physically abusing me, verbally abusing me, mentally abusing me, whatever the case is, and you feel stuck. So I would say those are a couple situations as to why women wouldn't leave right away. It sucks that women have to go through that, but I do know men have to go through that also.
No, that's true.
And a man isn't gonna call the cops, because listen, we had a friend who had a girl stalking him, okay? Knocking on the apartment door, banging, yelling his name. Doesn't know the girl from nowhere. She just knows him online, okay? He called the cops. He was on the phone with us. He called the cops 3 times.
Yo, cops
3 times. They took at least 2 hours to get to his house.
Yeah, very minimum.
She left things at his door. She's doing some prayer. Yo.
All types of things, bro. But it's like
2 hours. Let that be a female and see how quick a cop is rushing to, you know, make sure she's okay, which is good. But then, you know, there's no balance with men. So I know a lot of men that do go to physical abuse aren't really gonna speak on it.
But you know what? even if men do get physically abused, when we fend ourselves in that situation, the woman always looks worse or beaten unless she's a professional fighter, bro. Like, I'm keeping it a buck. I'm not insinuating I'll ever raise my hand on you, but I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, if I'm trying to leave the house and now you're throwing punches and like you catch me in the face with a good right hook and you boops me.
I said good right hook.
Yeah, like, you know, I don't want to leave no boom and you my whole nose is bust up. Yo, I gotta find another window or way to get out of here. And you're just
I think the first instinct for a man to do is to strike back though.
No, that's only if I'm cornered and you keep trying to go for my nuts. If you keep trying to kick my dick or like you keep trying to hurt my balls, I'm gonna hurt you because I know you know you're trying to hurt me very, very badly.
Oh yeah, like
it's
again,
not even like you're mad.
As
Like,
I said, there are women like that where they will provoke until he lashes out. But then when he lashes out, it's oh my gosh, she hit me. Call the cops, and the first one to go to jail or to get charged is the guy because she is crying and it looks like he is the abuser.
But you know what? I'll say this much. Why? Like my dad is a Virgo, so I don't know if that counts for anything. But he's a very, very calm guy. You can't get him out of his character, man. You can't piss him off. If he doesn't want to be mad, you can't get him mad. I say all that to say this. I remember seeing my dad and my mom argue about things as a kid, and my mom like standing in front of the door with a knife, telling my dad, "You'll leave." Poking at his hand and trying to cut him.
You see them type of things, man?
But my dad never raised his voice or his hand because he's like, I know what you're trying. I know what you're trying. Like I'm a black guy. I know you know if you get me mad, if you hurt me, then I hurt you back. If you call police after I hurt you, I'm going to jail. I'm not gonna allow. Why, like, bro? Think down the line. I put it this way: as men, you know, if you go to the mall to go buy shoes or something, you know where your ops are. You know where people are who don't like you. You know how to keep an eye out for that. You know how to avoid problems like that from down the road. Easy. You're with your shorty and you see a girl in a party that you had relations with and you don't want the two of them to meet. You know how to navigate away from that. You know how to go, oh, you can see steps from earlier up the road and move out the way. Dog, if you know a woman is getting you mad to the point where you feel like you're gonna dumpy her, move.
Yeah, like, leave.
Just cut.
I'm a woman though. I can't really. I don't know. Like my first thing to say is like, yo, like, set her aside and leave. Like, open the door, leave. Get your car keys. If she's in front of the door, cut through the back door. Move her. If there's no back door,
I mean, move her, not like by checking her in the shoulder or like trying to like drop kick her or whatever. Just the same way if a man standing in front of you, you say, your dog, move. Just move her and just go to your whipping cut, bro. There's nothing.
I want to say something
even if she destroys your things, bro, I would much rather come home to $75,000 worth of damage than me having to do any jail time because she pissed me off and I boxed her and no one wants to hear that she pissed me off. No one wants to hear that she was calling all types of names. No one wants to hear how this dog. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. If you want to talk about verbal abuse, women can get bad. I know men are bad at verbally abusing women, but women take the cake on verbally abusing men. I've heard you can't cuss. A man can't cuss a woman like a woman can cuss a man. I'm sorry.
No, when a woman's angry,
dog. Forget angry. When a woman is scorned or hurt, you're not out cussing a love-strucken woman who's hurt. You're not doing that.
But I want to touch on not to like come off the conversation. That I'm gonna put the situation with Kirby aside for a second and touch on something you said about when your dad and your mom got into whatever and she was poking at him with a knife and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That is not okay. I don't understand why women do things to men to try to make the man hit her. And then they go, what are you going to do? You're going to hit me? Hit me. Hit me. I know you want to hit me. Oh, well, you're mad? Hit me. And then she'll call him bitch, call him gay, call him whatever to like trigger him to make him want to hit her. And then if he actually does hit her now, calling sister, calling brother, calling this person, oh my God, can you believe Trayvon hit me? And then it's like, oh my God, are you serious? But then again, no one's going to listen to the man's side.
Yeah,
as a woman, I can say it is not okay. The same way you don't want men triggering you, I would think that a woman would say, okay, you know what? I'm upset right now. I can call him the names that he doesn't like. I can push him. I can nudge his head. Push him in his head. I could rip up his stuff.
Again,
but like that's not okay to like do those kind of things.
So, to the ladies, much like I was talking to the guys before, I'll speak from a guy's point of view. If I'm a guy and I stand at like 6 foot flat, right, and then I see a guy at 6'7", I'm not going to try to engage in a physical fight with him just to go call police and say that he beat me up. You feel me? I feel like that should be wrong. I feel like if you're inciting a fight to try to get your significant other in trouble, that's wrong.
It is wrong, but what woman or man's gonna admit that they're trying to? Oh, so the cops come to the house. Well, oh, by the way, like I was the one provoking her to get her to hit me, so I start. No one's gonna do that.
No, and the thing is, like, with that whole thing of women like hitting guys and putting their hand on them and like doing the whole temple shove and like, yo, what are you gonna do, and calling no type of disrespectful name. Yo, that's a trick I've seen passed down through generations of women. Just, yo, if your man's there's certain tricks that are alarming to me that I've seen passed down just from like great grandmother to grandmother to aunt to niece to mom, all that.
Yeah.
And it's like this thing of like, draw them in, get them mad enough to hit you, then when they hit you, oh, victim, call 911 and all that thing. Like,
again, it's not okay.
It's happened so many times that now...
It does.
It's happened so many times that we've already passed the stage of like, it's wrong to say who's lying and who's not. Now we're just living in the age of dog. A woman could... You could just up and so... You could right now say...
He doesn't even have to do anything to me. I could really just pick up the phone and say he hit me and it's done.
Dog,
like,
I remember a day.
Done.
I remember a day you needed evidence for things.
You need evidence.
I remember days you used to be like, "Oh, that happened. Yo, let me see a picture of it. Post a picture." I remember no one believed certain things unless they saw pictures. Now you don't even have to see text messages. You don't have to see videos. You don't have to see anything. Let a girl say it and a girl back her up saying it. Then you're cooked. As a guy, you're cooked.
No, I agree.
Watch what happened with Crystalia. Crystalia got called out, right? He got called out by a few people. And he had emails rebuttaling everyone's rebuttal. And no one gave him the time of day to say, you know what? Oh, I believe what you said. They just all said, oh, Chris, all these girls said it. So it
has to be true. And then you know what happened? He actually proved that he wasn't lying.
Yeah, bro.
But now his career is done. He was a really good comedian.
Yo, he was funny
He had the sickest podcast. Yeah. His career is done. He hasn't made any videos since. All his friends left him because of the accusations.
Yeah, fam.
And like, even when he found out that he wasn't lying, he's done. Yeah, he's done. Those girls are living their life, and
they were just done now.
Bro. No more money on the table for his family.
It's so weird, bro. Women say that men shame them for sex and all this kind of thing, but women run the sex game and have the most advanced. You guys can get paid for sex. Men can't get paid to fuck, bro. Like, you guys have that. Women, guys pay to fuck. We don't get paid to. You know what I'm saying?
They do. They're male prostitutes.
Ratio male prostitutes to women.
I understand that, but you said don't.
Yeah, they come on.
Rarely, say rarely,
bro. The amount of money a woman can make through selling herself versus the amount of money. If me and you decide to go sell ourselves right now, you can touch 100,000 way faster than I can.
No, that's facts. But I'm saying I was just saying that you said none. So,
yeah, fam. But along with this charge is taken too, bro. These women have the game up, and as much as people like to say it's a man's world and men get to do this, men get a lot of rights, but it's actually alarmingly scary how easy we can just lose it. All the things a man can work to build up for years, decades, 30, 40 years.
Fast, yeah.
Look at Bill Cosby, bro. We didn't check none of these things. All these girls just said Bill did it. He's like, wait, we were at a party in the Playhouse Mansion. I'm not the only guy there. Yeah, Bill did it and just locked up. No one cares about Bill now.
There's so much situations. There's the Chris Brown situation.
Yo,
when it came to he found out, everyone found out that he was actually the one getting hit on and got spit on, key thrown out the window, he got bit. Again, it's not right that he ever put his hands on Rihanna, but no one questioned what happened before.
No one asked what she did.
No one asked what she did when everyone found out that she got beat and the pictures got released. It was Chris Brown this, Chris Brown that, Chris Brown this. Oh, you're a woman beater. And then now Chris Brown's name is used as a term when anyone sees a woman getting beat. Oh, you're turned to Chris Brown now. I was on the bandwagon too of where I was like, I can't believe Chris Brown did that. Oh, he's dirt. I'm not listening to his music no more. He's trash. Why would he ever Rihanna? Why would he ever hit Rihanna? Okay, I was on that bandwagon for a very long time. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it 100%. That's just what it was. As a woman, I'm like, he's waste. Fuck Chris Brown. I don't like him, and I didn't listen to his music. I didn't like him for a while. When I tell you I did not like him for a while, then what happened? I accidentally walked in on a documentary of what took place, and I'm like, you know what? Let me see what this nigga has to say. And I felt shitty because I didn't even question, like, did she do anything? What took place in the car? All I did was say, yo, he's a waste man. All I heard was he hit her and I said, he's a waste man. Then I'm like, you know what? From this day forward, whenever I see situations, I'm not just going to jump to conclusions and say, oh yeah, he did it for sure, 100%. And she didn't do anything. She's innocent. You know, not to say there aren't innocent women, but I have to think it through and find out information before I judge. So, like, with the situation with Majah Hype, it wasn't that I quickly jumped on and said, oh, he did it for sure. It was more of me saying, well, that's a touchy situation. And even if it didn't happen to her, I'm still going to feel a certain way about it because a lot of women go through it and it's a scary situation to be in. So I felt compassion. I felt that I wanted to show that I cared and stuff like that. It wasn't to say he did it or she did it or he didn't do it or she didn't do it or whatever the case is. It was more like towards the situation in general. I have to say, like, yo, it's wrong. It's just wrong.
Personally, I think
right?
they both play a part in being wrong. I can't.
Yeah, okay, but before
I don't know who's more wrong. I don't know who's less wrong. I don't know who's wrong first. All I can know is the both of them have done wrong in the relationship, and that's something we can all agree on.
So my question is to you: before you even saw Majah Hype's live, which we're gonna get to in a second, before you even saw that live, how did you feel? Like, realistically, before you even knew about anything, how did you feel?
Realistically, I was watching her. I just hope to God she's telling the truth, because she's coming out first and saying something. So my hope was, like, when I saw him, I go, okay, looks sincere, looks like you're being honest. I just hope you're not gonna, like, crucify the name of women who are going through this. And I hope you're actually, I don't want to say I hope you're actually going through it, but, like, I hope you're being sincere. I hope your claims are real.
I hope this is something that you actually went through, that you could now get all the support that you're receiving. That sounds
horrible to me. I don't want to hope you actually go through something.
No. It's not to say, okay, maybe we can say, it's not to say we hope she went through it, but
I just hope you're not lying about it.
You know what?
That's a better way for me to say it.
I
hope you're not lying about it for clout. I hope you're not trying to lie and put something on the man's name just out of part-time bitterness, and then, like, I hope this is not one of those situations that blows over and now you guys don't want us talking about it because you're done and over it now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what?
If it's real, then for real, go through it and, like, heal in the public eye so people can see how to go through these things and how to get over it. But my very first reaction when I saw her is like, yo, this sucks and it's bad. I just hope she's not lying. The reason why I didn't have anything to say about him is because I didn't hear anything from him yet.
No one heard about anything from him. We just heard about the sex tape.
And even then, that sounded weird to me. I'm like, what?
Like, your response is to release that, but
he didn't say anything. But his response was to release a sex tape. I'm not gonna say I don't think he did it. I'm just gonna say I think that was a weird move. I look at that as that raises a flag for me. I go, that's something. That's
weird. As a grown man, like, that's your response to.
Yeah, like, you didn't even talk. You didn't say anything, bro. You didn't even post it on your page. You just sent it to people. That's weird to me.
But I wanted to touch on basically what you said before about hoping that she went through it. It's not like we're saying, oh yeah, she better have went through it. It's more of a thing for me where it's, and not even to say that we don't believe her, but it's more of a thing where it's like there's a lot of women right now that are in relationships like that. There are a lot of women that has been in relationships like that, and the women that have been in relationships like that or are still in that relationship definitely don't want to be mocked and disrespected by someone saying these things, acting like it happened to them, and then finding out it's not, like finding out that it's a lie. Because it's like, yo, you don't lie about those kind of things. You don't know what it's, especially if you don't know what it's like to be in a relationship like that. Don't lie about that, because number one, that's a trigger to a lot of women. That's painful for a lot of women to watch, because a lot of women that went out there and said, yo, I've been through the same thing too. They're relating to your situation. Now imagine finding out that the thing that you're relating to was a lie. Like, that's going to be very hurtful. So yeah, it's not to say that we don't believe her, but definitely don't want to be someone that mocks a situation of domestic violence, especially when you haven't gone through it, right?
Yeah, man. It's scary. It's almost like, I remember a while back there was like a wave of like football players who would get sued by like these white girls in colleges saying that,
oh yeah, I remember that,
you always rape, yo, the guy raped me, but then they don't want to submit to a rape kit, or they don't want to talk about details of the night.
That's crazy.
And
That's ruining a man's life.
These guys are out here losing scholarships who don't question, left, right, and center, just losing scholarships, getting kicked out of schools, that you're not able to come back here, can't come back to your university, and just all for a lie. And then the girls aren't getting charged. They find out the girl's lying, and it's like, oh, well, you're still kicked out of school, you can't come back, you can't get your diploma back, you can't get your job back, you can't get your life back, you just, whoops, deal with it.
You know what? And I'm going to say to any woman that's watching this, and I'm not saying, I don't know, but any woman that's watching this and even thinks that is okay, I'm going to say it's not. Because it's like, you're going to ruin a lot of lives. You're going to, it's going to be a situation that you can't come back from. And again, same thing. I know a lot of men that's been accused of something and it was found out that the girl was lying. Like, people in my life that I know that went through things, and it found out that it was a lie, and he got jail time. He went to jail. He got charges on his name. And again, that's another touchy situation, because I have a son.
Yeah.
You think I want any woman lying on my son, saying that my son hit? Yo, I will. That's not a question for me to square up, fam.
It's not gonna be a fun day.
No little girl can come style my son. You're not doing that. You know what I'm saying?
I got daughters, bro.
And also,
I'm gonna teach my girls not to
do that.
That type of female.
Do not do that.
Know that there's those type of girls who are gonna cause problems and drama, and you don't have to be that. You don't gotta be cool to fit in, to do all that. Just be true to yourself. And
if you're not happy, just leave the relationship.
Hey, there's nothing wrong.
The relationship.
There's nothing wrong with telling your partner you're not happy, and then after you tell your partner you're not happy, if nothing changes with your happiness, there's nothing wrong with leaving. Just say you're not happy. No. Yo, just address why you want to leave first. I think leaving out of the blue is kind of fucked up. I think just.
Now, what if it's leaving out of the blue, or her getting to a point where she's gonna snap on you? I'd rather leave out. Honestly, if I'm very, 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 very upset, and I know that I'm capable of doing something that I know I'm gonna regret, you're gonna see me leave out the blue. I'm not gonna stay around to get to a point and do things I can't take back. I'm gonna leave out the blue, and then later on, I'll probably be like, this is the reason why I left, and try, break it down. But if it's best for me in the situation to leave out the blue, I'm going to leave out the blue.
Fair enough. I was just more so talking about the first time things go down. I'm not giving advice for the fourth, fifth, and the seventh time problems happen. I mean,
even the first time though.
All right, so me and you go through a problem one time. You get super pissed. Not something that we've been through before. Not something we've talked about. Not something we've addressed. Not something that I know about that bothers you. It's just something happens that bothers you. It's the first time it happens. It's happened once. Now you feel Now just packing your things and leaving.
Oh, do you mean packing, leaving, not coming back?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I thought you meant leaving to take a breather.
No,
to get out of the situation and then
walking away
back.
from anything is.
No.
When I mean leave, when I say leave, if you're not happy, say you're not happy, and if you're still not happy after you say it, leave the relationship. That's fine. Yeah. It's not my rule. I just think it's kind of fucked up if you don't say anything and you think I'm fine and I just go, yeah, fuck this, I'm out of here.
No, yeah, you're right. But honestly, as well as teaching our children these things, we also, with having a son too, we also teach him, like, even when he has little sisters, we also teach him, because kids fight, they're kids. So
Yeah,
even when
boys like to get rough.
even when little kids argue or little kids fight, we teach him like this is not why it's not okay to put his hands on a little girl, a woman, and we teach him these things from now. He's 9 years old, and we teach him these things from now.
No, I don't.
Now, so
I don't want no. Oops, I didn't know.
No, because he's gonna have to be held accountable for his actions. If he you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I feel like if I don't teach the kids certain things from now, and try to teach it to them when they're older, they're not gonna be able to grasp. So yeah, very open discussions with the children, not to the extent where it's very descriptive details. It's just like, this is why it's not okay. Yeah. So they know. So when my son now gets into an altercation with his little sister and they're arguing, he knows to never.
I'm getting heated.
And he'll leave. Away. And he'll leave the room. He'll come and say, "Mommy, this is what my sister's doing," and he'll leave. And that's how I want it to be. That's what we teach them. But
let's touch on the second.
Let's get back to the situation with Majah Hype now.
Yeah, let's touch on that second video. Let's get on his and see what
we know is that she released the videos, and everyone is supporting her, which is a good thing, and making sure she's okay and giving her any type of advice or just comforting her at the time. And we also know that he didn't put out a statement until was that yesterday. He didn't put out no statement until yesterday about the situation. So he went on live.
Yeah.
And I'm not even laughing to it's not funny, but it's just it's a lot. Points. That's why I have 5 pages. But he went on live to address the situation that happened. Right? Now, he started off the live with how we're not going to talk about the whole video. We're just going to touch on parts of it. But
that's just the main points.
Yeah, he spoke about him being abused when he was younger, and he also spoke about his mom going to get something from his dad's house, I think. And
I think his mom showed up to his dad's place, and he needed a bike. His dad was he had his own family. His mom had his own family. Rah rah rah. Mom said, "Yo, your boy needs a bike." The man got mad and said, "Yo, if you don't leave his house, you're gonna regret it. You're gonna get it. You know what I mean?" Yeah,
and I guess she decided not to leave, and he came out with a machete and
cut
her hand, and he's saying that her hand was hanging off, and he saw that happen. So he said from that time, he grew a lot of resentment from his dad, which is understandable. Seeing your dad put their hands on your mom. That's gonna be super hurtful, right?
I can understand the ill feelings towards your father. I don't know. I guess the way I see it, I've never seen my dad raise his hand on women, so I just don't do it. I guess that gives him reason to. But my reason for not hitting a woman was never because I see my dad not do it. I've always been told by everybody,
not to
friends, colleagues, bosses, everywhere I go. It's yo, guys, don't hit women. Oh, okay. Guys, don't hit. Hey, don't. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, okay.
Guess I heard it in 6 different languages.
Everywhere. You go home, you're watching, I remember being younger and watching, what was it, America's, what was it? The Criminals. America's Most Wanted. Mm-hmm. I watched America's Most Wanted. This guy is wanted for battery and this because he beat his wife. And remember, it's never okay to hit a woman. It's yo, dog, even on America's Most Wanted, they're saying don't hit women.
Yeah,
you go on cops right after. Why are you arresting him? Domestic violence. What happened? Well, she yelled at me, so I hit her. We're going to take you away in cuffs, sir. Why? You should have hit the woman. It's everywhere. It's not... I refuse to believe there's a guy out there now who just genuinely doesn't know
not to hit a woman.
He's going to watch this podcast and go, oh, don't! Oh, I thought he said do it. I'm sorry. That's not going to happen, bro. I don't believe it, bro.
No, but
that's why when these guys come out and they say, yo, I see my dad do it. I grew up. I was molested.
There's absolutely no excuse as to why you're allowed to hit a woman. So I understand traumatic things happen to men a lot, but that's still, your past is not an excuse to why you raise your hands on a woman. It's not an excuse. As bad as your past could be, that's still not an excuse to why you hit a woman.
Your past is not an excuse to hit a woman, and I agree 10,000%. I'm just not gonna go on the ball and say there's nothing a woman can do worthy.
No, I'm not saying there's nothing a woman can do. I'm just saying that
there's very rare, there's a small window, very rare of when that's acceptable. Very, very rare windows. Like, it's not like regular situations. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even think of one, but like, I know they'd be silly as shit because I can't think enough to make them serious because there's no reason. It's not like a girl cut you off in the grocery line when you're gonna go get your groceries and beat the brakes up. You know what I'm saying? They can't work. She's gotta either have a weapon and trying to use it on you, or she's gotta be using her hands on you, or like she's gotta be trying to attack you, or like something.
Okay.
It's gotta be a thing of, guys. It's gotta be life or death, bro. Straight up. There's no other way, guys. I'm not even gonna front about it and say like maybe if she pisses you off enough, then okay. No, dude, it's gotta be life or death. Because when you're hitting her, you're not the way you hit a guy. It's not to hit him to just get away from me. The way you swing on a guy is to knock the lights out. So if you're swinging on a woman, I'm not imagining you're lightening the load for you know what I'm saying?
No, and again, as I said, I just feel like a lot of abusers always run to, well, the reason why I did it is because I was abused when I was younger, and it just, whatever, okay? Yeah, I get it, but still, I anytime an abuser attacks us and they get found out, it's always an excuse to why they did it, which needs to stop. That's a no-no, right? So, he also went on in the live to go and say how he met her. Mm-hmm. He met her. She was still in a relationship with her baby father, who was abusive, sexually abusive and verbally abusive, or whatever the case is. And he was also in a relationship too that he was trying to get out of. So while still, be careful how you meet people. While still in a relationships or trying to work on whatever, they decided to do their thing. That's
tilted
dangerous.
Foundation, bro.
That's dangerous.
That wasn't a solid foundation.
That was not a solid foundation.
That was tricky from the start. I'll tell you a lot.
What do you think you're gonna get from taking a woman that's in a relationship and taking a man that's in a relationship?
Every relationship I've ever started with a girl who was like just ending something never went well. Every girl I tried to make a relationship with that I met in a party or a club, it didn't work out. Not at all. Like, no.
Okay.
Didn't go well. I've had successful relationships, but they weren't the ones that I found in a party or that I just bucked up to and said, "Oh, you have a man? You're soft, so you can talk still." Those ones didn't go well.
No, so yeah, after that now, they're saying that they were doing their thing, and then when he left from a show, I'm presuming he left from a show, and she goes, "I have to tell you something," and she goes, "Oh, my baby father moved in with me." Mind you, she already said that she was in an abusive relationship with him. So she was saying the reason why she needed him around was to help watch the kids, or I think she has a son, something like that, to help watch the son and whatever. Mind you, if I get out of an abusive relationship, I'm not going back. Like, not to say that not to, like, if I move and I run away from him, I'm not going to say, well, I need your help, so can you come live with me again? Like, I'm not going to do that. So I know there's women that do that, but that's just my opinion. I wouldn't do that. But yeah, he said that happened. So he got upset. He said they didn't speak for like a year. He went back to the city, wherever she was, to do a show. And she found out he was there, and she messaged him, and she said, "Why didn't you tell me you were coming?" And he's saying that he didn't respond to her, and she showed up at the show. This is short form. If you want to know details, you got to go on his page.
Yeah, go watch it's on his page.
It's on his page. So yeah, she said that happened. So then after that, now they decided to get into a relationship. The mom didn't want her to leave her ex. the mom wanted her to, the mom didn't like him, apparently. And apparently the mom and the sisters and stuff were doing voodoo on her.
Typical claimed West Indian things when someone
yeah, so
you know what I'm saying?
Short form again, that's what happened, apparently.
Okay,
yeah, and then he said they got together now. She posted him on Valentine's Day. Sorry, he posted her on Valentine's Day. And apparently he saw a comment with someone saying like, yo, you're trying to smash tonight. So that's when he found out that she had another man that she was
side niggas
dealing with.
Always act brave when the guy, bro. That's the one thing about side niggas that cheese me off, bro. It's like side niggas never could just be a side girls. Side chicks know how to just shut up and play the side role. Boom. Side niggas always gotta try and step up and be like, yo, so remember when I blew in your ear yesterday? It's like, yo, dog, shut up, bro. Just be in the scene for what, dog?
Yeah, so like that's what happened with that. And then he goes on to say, hold on, sorry. Then he goes on to like brag about how he put her on to her woman's podcast. What did you do?
Nothing, go ahead.
Every video you do something. He went to go brag about what him putting her on to her Woman Wednesdays on her IGTV, saying that she only had a certain amount of followers, and then when he got added to the live, she got like 11,000 followers and gained like how much followers, which you're bragging, you're trying to say that you put her on, basically.
Well, he said, what did he say? He introduced Kirby to the world, and if we're being factual, he's an international comedian, and what does she do?
Yeah,
what is her occupation? What is her means of income? How she does
she was a police officer.
Okay.
That's another detail that we missed. She was a police officer and she stopped her job to go live with him.
Hold on.
What? Hey man, this is uncomfortable topic, so if you want to say something, say it. How did the police officer get abused? Is that what you're trying to say? Are they not people too?
Yeah, people who have to go through training. Like, how did you're trained to know how to see these things from the outside. How do you not apply your something's not adding. Okay.
This is from what he's saying though. This is from what he's saying on his IG. Okay? That's what he said. She was a cop. Then as I said, he went to brag about how he put her on. He said they always used to get into arguments about other women, but it wasn't because of him. It was because of her being interested in other women.
Yeah, and she likes girls. She
likes girls. She
freaky. She like woman and man and man and woman.
Yeah, and then he goes on to say how she basically would make fun of him and use his molestation against him and poke jabs at him and say like you're a bitch and this is what you're a faggot and he said that she would say that kind of stuff to him.
All types of thing, bro. All talking about how a next man's piece is bigger than his piece and all types.
So he goes on to say how that lowered his self-esteem, which I could understand why that would lower a man's self-esteem. That's kind of hurtful. Still, like, you know. Especially if that's your man, you don't want to put on your man like that.
You want to run your man into another woman's lap? Tell him how much he isn't to you. And you'll, do that. You'll run him. You want to repel him? Yeah, just diss him right there. You'll go bye. You'll leave.
No, that's facts. That's factual. So that's what happened through the thing. Now, sorry, I'm reading again. He also claimed that she released her own sex tape. Like,
well, you know what?
He's saying that she put it out.
Let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about the sex tape for a quick second, because that doesn't make sense to me. And here's why this is why I believe him. This is why I believe him. This is why I believe him on the sex tape. Only on the sex tape, and I'll tell you why I believe him.
Mind you, when he was doing his live, there was a woman in the background, and she made a point to say that, her iPhone was an iPhone 8, but she said the video was recorded
10
years ago. I heard the woman whisper that in the background. If you watch the live, she whispered that. She's like,
that's
she said,
the point I wanted to make too.
Yeah.
Is like, first and foremost, I didn't see that tape anywhere. I didn't even notice it. I didn't know it came out. Only on the second day when she's like, yo, I knew you're sick, you're gonna release a tape of me. I'm like, huh? Release a tape? And then she's talking about how she had red hair in the video and how the video's from 10 years ago from one of her exes and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yo, hold on. You're putting out a lot of information that doesn't need to be out there for things that aren't as seen as you're making it. Like, I seen your live. I seen him go on his video. I never saw, not Twitter, not Instagram, not nowhere. I didn't see no thing. Then when it finally popped up in my timeline, I noticed there's no red hair. Someone pointed out the iPhone thing, and I'm like,
iPhone 8s were now.
That's weird, bro. How like you can't now say I meant like 10 years ago, but it was like only 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not sure if they're trying to insinuate that the guy in the video was holding an iPhone 8 or if it was taken from iPhone 8. Because
what I take away from that is she said the video was shot on her phone, but it was shot 10 years ago from an ex. She's saying it's that same video that we see the guy holding in that video is what's shooting the video. Because how else could he be holding an iPhone 8 and an older phone is recording that? Where would the other phone be? There's no older phone. There's no iPhone 4 recording them right now.
No, that's facts. That's definitely facts. And then, so now he's saying.
Also, the fact that he didn't put it from his page or he didn't make it known that he leaked it, I think that's weird, bro. If I have my ex's nudes and I'm trying to drop that, I'm not dropping it from a secret location. If I want to drop it, I'm dropping it. I did that shit.
Yeah, I'm not sure about, like, my opinion. I don't have an opinion on, like, the sex tape thing. I don't know.
Such a boastful person on what they do and whatever. Yo, he didn't run from the situation at all. So, again, even if he said, yeah, I did that and I was wrong for doing that, I go, yeah, he did that shit. But, yo, it's just the fact that the man is just saying, I didn't do it. And I have a feeling, yo, she's a cop, bro. I'm sorry. A lot of what she's going to try and do right now is going to seem like it's going to seem professional. It's going to seem well done. It's going to seem calculated. When you seem calculated like this, it's scary for me.
Yeah.
It's like, you can be human about things, but if you're calculated down to like, okay, now I'm going to wait till this guy is doing his holiday giveaway. He did one holiday giveaway. Now is the time. Now I'm going to strike. It's like, yo, if he was abusive and so bad for how many years, why now?
That's a good question. One thing. Did she say she was scared?
No.
Okay.
She didn't say anything about being scared. Again,
not that I recall, at least. No. Not that I recall.
It's weird to me that when men are on the path of gaining a new level of success, that's always when
things happen, yeah.
That's always when a woman remembers, oh yeah, you did this. Oh yeah, now I'm brave enough to speak up. And I'm not saying ladies don't take these guys to the court and get your dollars. I'm just saying for the ones that lie about it, it's kind of weird. Nigga get a brand new verified badge. Nigga get a brand new car, brand new YouTube deal. All of a sudden, he touched me. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is up doing tours, giving out money, giving out houses, and then he beat me. And then it's a picture from how long ago when if that really did happen. Hey, you know who didn't take long? You know who didn't take time? Rihanna didn't take time. Rihanna didn't wait for Chris to drop a new project and say, hey.
It was like the day after, no?
Yo, listen, the man boxed her the Wednesday evening she was on the news talking about, he hit me. She didn't waste no time.
So in the live, he then goes on to say that she hacked his computer where she had found text messages of him talking to other women, and that, basically she thought he was cheating, and he somehow forgot that he got oral, you know. He got head from a girl. Like somehow he forgot. He brings that up later on in the live to say, oh, actually, there's one time where I did this, which I if I'm wrong, I still consider that cheating. Like, he's trying to say, oh, I didn't really cheat. So,
yeah, he tried to do that typical guy thing of, like, excusing it just because it wasn't, like, penetration, but he just,
Yeah, and as a woman, like, what I take from that is, number one, you're trying to make me look bad, because so far, in whatever he has described in the live, from what I read up to, I ain't heard not one bad thing about him. Like, he didn't admit to anything. To me, it honestly seems like he's painting her out to be the bad one, and he never did nothing wrong yet. Like, I know he says, oh, I'm not perfect. I know he says that, but, like, if you listen to him, he didn't really say he did anything. It's just, yeah, based off of what he said, so far, is that she's the one that's been doing things and he's been taking it. That's how I see it. So,
yeah. I mean, for me, I saw it more of as a, not him trying to excuse it, but him trying to give himself an excuse. That's what I saw.
Yeah.
I saw him
like,
trying
exactly.
to, I didn't see him try to say, like, it was all her fault. She did everything to me. I was a victim here. He was more so like, guys have to understand what I've seen when I was raised, what the environment I'm around when I'm brought up.
More excuses.
You know what I'm saying?
More excuses.
All I saw was excuses. I didn't see him fess up. I didn't see him apologize. I didn't see him admit to anything. I didn't see him address anything. He just pretty much, he made his claims. He said, "Yo, look, this is my side of the story. This is my side of what I say happened. You guys can take her side, my side." And one thing I think I realized, I think I'm just realizing now, I could be wrong. I can quote him on this. I don't think he ever said she was lying. I think he just honestly...
He never said she was lying.
Yeah, I now thinking about it.
He never said she was lying.
He never said she was lying. I think he just put his part out there, so it wasn't just... I'm going to go ahead and say this. As an overall on the subject, I think that what happened was she made her claims to what happened, and she didn't involve what she did. She didn't involve anything she did, and she pulled her old tale on saying, like, he did this is what he did.
That's where people have a problem. People have a problem with her not saying, her only making it seem like he's the only one that did stuff in the relationship.
Yeah.
And saying that he abused her, and not saying, not like why he happened to, like, what she did to make him abuse her, but just people think she painted herself out as an angel. Like,
yeah, fam, because again, same way everyone's saying, yo, this guy's talking, I didn't hear him saying nothing he did. I'm not hearing her say nothing that she did either. I'm not hearing her say, yo, we both this, that, and the third. I heard him say, listen, we both have bad traits. Yo, we both this, we both that. I heard him say that live. I didn't hear her come out and say that she's wrong by any means. I didn't hear her say her involvement. I didn't hear her say she argued with him. I didn't hear her say she said anything bad to him. I would have known that she was talking about his, like, molestation as a kid in a foul way, unless he said something.
He said something, yeah. So,
yeah, she was never gonna forefront say, yo, listen, I disrespect this man, eh?
So that then brings up the point of later on in the live when he was saying, number one, let's go back to when he was saying that he was he got caught cheating on, she found stuff in his computer. Honestly, he tried to say, well, the reason why I cheated was because she made me feel small, which, okay, I can understand. I can't understand what he means by that. But he did admit he was wrong for cheating. He did all that. He said that he was wrong. He said that
he said he felt bad.
He felt bad, and
like
whatever the case is.
He was feeling remorseful and whatever.
Okay. So then he goes, since she asked for my phone information, I was like, why she always want to be in my phone? Why she always want to be in my business? She has to be hiding something as to why she wants to be in my business. Then this dude wants to pull out screenshots, okay? The man pulled out let me see. The man pulled out screenshots, live screenshots of basically the conversations she was having with men, a lot of different men, a lot of different inappropriate pictures from men, conversations of her wanting to go meet up with men, and all this stuff, which obviously makes her look bad. Not excusing the hitting, but yeah,
all the stuff that she was trying to hide in my eyes. Because again, she didn't come out saying that she was talking to somebody else. She didn't come out saying nothing about cheating in a relationship.
She didn't say nothing about using his molestation against him, nothing like that.
All she said was that this man boxed her up Everyone unfollowed
and
the guy.
It's been 2 years. She's been going through it. Yeah.
She's been dealing with this for how many years? She's been suffering in silence. Yo.
She said all that, but then now he wants to bring out all this information, which is what stirred the pot. Because it's like, okay, again, not excusing her getting hurt, but now it's a bunch of messages showing that she's been unfaithful.
Yo, people thought they were so quick to disbelieve Majah hype now. Watch how foolish things are gonna get now. When she said everything, yeah, he did that, he did it. He goes, yep, that's why I did it. That's why I did it. That's why I did it. And I did it, but that's why I did it. That's why I did it. Like, so far, he's just been coming up with... Now I'm thinking about it. It's not even like he's coming up with excuses. He's listing reasons.
He's listing reasons to why he did. He's trying to basically...
Not validate it, but he's giving just reasons. He's like, yo, listen... Dog, look at all the evidence I have stacked up. I didn't just up and jump and hit this thing out of nowhere.
Okay, that's where my problem is. She has pictures of the bruises she has in her face, right? She has pictures. She seems very genuine. She seems like she really did go through that with him. It seems like he really did that.
But
because
why does it seem like that if she's telling her story and she seems sad? But the minute he's telling his story and he seems sad, is he's acting. He's a good actor. Hey,
let me put this out there. I can't tell if he's telling the truth or not. Again, when it comes to her situation, I can more relate to that. You get what I'm saying? So like seeing a woman explain what they went through and the trauma they suffered, I could see if a woman's being genuine or if she's just making up stuff. And to me, from her point of or her side of it, it looks like she's being genuine. It looks like what she's telling the truth. The things that she says adds up as to how
genuine, but now we know that she was cussing him off foul and she never said anything about that.
That's where she was wrong.
Now we know for sure there's an attitude that she brings into whatever situation that she's in that's not pleasing. That's not going to help the situation she's in. And she's not talking about that attitude. And that attitude could be a big factor.
That's where it's a little bit so like, now, okay, come on. But okay, you painted him out to be the only bad one in the relationship. When you guys were both doing things.
But that doesn't make me look at her and make me trust her words. Not if anything, I'm trusting him because he's coming out of the closet with more unhidden things. Like,
and again, this is just little random.
I don't think he would lie about something like that, knowing that it bothers him like that, only for her to use it as fuel against him, only for him to screenshot that and put out there as proof to say, yo, look, this is how she talks to me, bro.
Yeah, and as I was saying, like, these are just random spots in his live. This is not the full story. So again, if you want to see it, go on his live. Yeah. But go on his Instagram. But yeah, she to sum it up, he was saying that he abused her while he was she abused him while he was driving. Like when he was driving, she tried to fight him and tried to pull the steering wheel, which is crazy. Like, why would you don't want your life, fam? Why would you know?
That's like one of the most common things I hear about when I hear girls fighting with guys and they're on the road or they're driving or whatever. I hear girls taking the key out the car while it's still moving. I hear girls switching gears.
Not me.
While the car's still moving, bro.
Woo!
It's mad. Dog, the most I've heard a man do is throw a girl's phone out the window while she's driving her car. I've never heard of a man watching a girl drive the car on the highway.
Yeah, she did claim that she punched him in. He claimed that she punched him in the face.
If he punched her in the face and she punched him in the face, doesn't matter if she punches him first or whatever, he's still going to create more damage. I can only imagine the height difference, the size difference. His hand to her face would make way more of an impact than she ever could on her worst day.
Yeah, but again, I'm not gonna act like, I'm not gonna sit here and say like, oh, he didn't hit her, because again, even what I can say like in a whole is that they were both wrong. She actually made a statement after he posted his live, and it goes as such. It says, "It really sucks that I feel like I have to prove that I'm telling the truth," which I understand that. Why would I lie? He didn't take account for one single blow and then said I beat him. Now that's sick. She's right. The whole live was basically about what happened through their relationship. He never once said I didn't hit her. He never No, sorry. He said he did not hit her. He said he never abused her. He said she's lying. He said that in his live. Now, as a woman that's trying to show and prove that she's been abused, I can understand why she wrote that, because it could be super frustrating to now tell what you went through for him to say, yeah, I didn't do it. Now it looks like both of them, no one knows who's lying. And if that's something she really went through, she's not going to get the support she needs, because everyone's going to be like, oh, so I saw a lot of people switch on her because of the things he said. Now people are like, oh, so did he really hit her? Because he didn't say he did. He said he didn't do it, and she's saying he did. She's probably lying.
Hey,
you know?
You want to know why? You want to know why no one questioned Rihanna and why Chris Brown got judged the way he did? Because the police picture that got released after looked horrendous. I say that to say this. Her picture is of one salty eye. Okay? If it's as bad as she's drawing it out to be, where's the rest of your evidence? And I'm not saying that in a rude way. I'm just saying we live in a day and age now. You can't just make claims like this. Even no matter how scared you are, look at every major case there's been so far.
Proof.
It's been proof. No matter how uncomfortable the victim has been, it's been you have to show me that this is real. Look at all right. Watch Chris Brown again. He was in Paris last year. A girl tried to say he raped 24 hours or less. Whole thing got dismissed.
Got thrown out.
Where's your proof? Where's your?
He was in the hotel making music.
Yeah,
he's writing songs or something like that.
What the girl's talking about? Oh, I was in his hotel room and he raped me. Yeah, prove it. Prove it. You talking about, dog? This girl, man.
I know. I get that. That's going to be another topic for another podcast, but it's a touchy subject.
It's weird, bro. It's like how why wouldn't you think you need to provide the proof? If someone's saying, you're saying I beat the snot out of you. You can't just expect to say that and just think my whole livelihood should fall away. If I did it, prove me guilty. Make me look like I did it. If I didn't do it, then you're going to be the one who's scrambling to try to get me in trouble. And that's going to be evident. The next couple of days are going to be the real test to see who's innocent, bro. She really...
This is what I'm talking... That's exactly where I was going with it.
Again, but my thing is, like, she shouldn't have... if he hit and she has proof, she should have let all that out the gate from jump so he couldn't.
She was saying, I don't want to post the pictures, and then I don't know who posted the picture because I didn't see it on her page.
But see, now that's
because if you're making honestly, if someone's making claims like that, I would say
she doesn't want to leak the picture. Somehow the picture gets leaked. Somehow the video gets leaked, and she's just blaming people for all of her personal information is getting leaked out there like that. How do you have no control? You have no control over your life for like that?
I don't know. I can't speak on like again. I only can speak on what we see on social media because we do know relationships are different.
You're in front of social media. I'm not blaming nobody, but you're brave enough to go in front of everyone and say he did it. You're brave enough to have the picture of you and your black eye out there, and even if you didn't want it out there, you're now using that, and it's out there. You have a video that's circulating of you and this other young gentleman, and that's out there, and people know all your business. Now you're telling me you're afraid to post a bruise on your body? Now posting a picture of another bruise is going to be too traumatic for you.
Honestly, if I was there, I would lay all of it out.
That's what
especially because as a woman, I'm the one that went out there in the first place and said, "This is my story."
That's what I'm saying.
As soon as he leaked anything for me, and as soon as the man leaked my nudes or my whatever it is, the sex tape.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna Instagram stories, videos, everything to show what I've been through.
Does that not make someone look good? He did this to me. Where's your proof? I don't have any proof leaks. Oh, I don't have any more.
She didn't.
I don't want to send it out. That's what I mean, bro. How could it add?
I get. You know what? The story's not even done though.
And another thing. If it is so true that Majah Hype is a domestic abuser of women, it's taking entirely too long for another woman to come and say, yeah, me too. Because when Chris Brown did it, when Rihanna and him got into it, there was problems. We didn't see Chris in the public with another woman for a while. Then when we saw him in public with another woman, we saw those behaviors come out again. Following the woman where she doesn't want to be followed, stalking her, behaving crazy and obsessive. We've seen those things happen.
That's typically how it happens.
Yeah, but like this guy, where's the other women? I'm not saying that a man can't change and just make a bad decision to do whatever. Okay, most guys end up in the position and make a bad choice. Cool for them, not me, but cool for them. All I'm saying is, where's the rest of them? Mm-hmm. Like, you're calling fire and there's barely any smoke. This is gonna look bad.
Yeah,
it's gonna look bad. I can't. What do you think I can ever come here and just go online and go, yeah, Kritisha cheated on me. Where's your proof? Yeah, I know she cheated on me. And then somehow randomly there's a screenshot of a conversation you have with someone, and I don't know where it came from. No date, nothing. I'm calling you out, but I don't know where that came from. Me, I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for me. I don't know. I say you are cheating on me. Proof that I have gets leaked. I didn't do it. I have the screenshot. The screenshot comes out. Where did the screenshot come from? Oh, I didn't leak it. Whoa, where then? Where? That's what I mean, bro.
You know what?
If it was him and he said, you know what, she did XYZ to me, and then she came out with a whole bunch of proof, no one's listening to him now. No one's gonna give him the time of day. But now it's her. I feel like everyone keeps giving her the come on, like they keep giving her the one more time. Come on, just prove it. Just give it to her.
No, but I'm gonna sum it up in a whole because the video is super long. I'm gonna sum this up in a whole and say the last statement she put out is pulling out my private messages from my phone, but still haven't shared your discharge papers after you faked a heart attack. Show your left arm that you cut right in front of me to make me stay, which is another thing that abusers do. They try to threaten suicide, or they can't live without you, or I'm gonna hurt myself, or if you leave, I'm gonna be nothing without you. My life is gonna be destroyed. Stop it, please. Stop.
Hey.
Stop.
Hey.
Stop. I've had that threatened against me. And I'm pretty sure you had that threatened against you.
Yeah, but it's too easy, bro. She was staying with him while, remind you, before all these accusations went down, for all this shit, they were staying in the same house. It's as easy as her taking the papers off the dressing table and saying post them, and now he's in his house, can't find the papers. Yo, I know I have them here. Where'd they go? You have my phone? Okay, alright, I'm leaving it with this. He took her phone. You think she's not taking something of his? You think she wouldn't take something of his?
It doesn't seem like it.
But do you
it seems like she left with, like, the way when I saw her in the video, it just seemed like she snuck out in the middle of the night, took her stuff, and just left without him knowing and escaped. But that's how I took it. I don't know if
that would prompt to me that there's a to-go bag and that you would pack your to-go bag before you go.
Do I think she took anything of his?
I'm trying to think out of the smartest thing possible. Like, if I'm trying to frame you, yeah, I'm going to take some important pieces of information you need to make yourself look good.
I mean, she said she said there was verbal abuse too, so, hey, put up your text messages of him. Listen, verbal abuse is everywhere. It would be in the home. It would be when you guys are in the grocery store. Actually, no. When you're in front of people, that's when it's hidden. But the text messages of a verbal abuser is ridiculous.
That'll show.
I know if he verbally abused you, you have at least something to show that he called you out your name, to make you react the way you reacted, to make you say the things you said. Put up the same way he wants to expose your screenshots. Put up the screenshots of how he speaks to you in general. Yeah, you know what I mean? Show that.
I'm not being dismissive of your feelings, but if you really want to take this man down for what he did to you, prove him guilty.
Yes.
And if, sir, you are innocent, fight for yourself and stand up for yourself and show what the truth is. And to the both of you guys, leave God out of it, okay? Like, don't keep trying to quote God. Like, if I quote God more, I'm more innocent. Let's make it a fact fest. Let's make it a fact fest and bring all the facts out. Let's leave all the fat out of the conversation. Let's get the facts together and let's leave God out of it. You know what I'm saying? Just, hey, you know what? This is what I did. This is what I did. This is what you made your hype. You get to speak on the things you did. And Kirby.
Now,
you get to speak on the things you...
Plot twist. She comes up tomorrow and she says, yo, everything he said I did that. But he's still saying he never hit her. Like, see what I'm saying?
I think a conversation will go easier if people can admit to their wrongs.
Exactly.
Before pointing fingers at, like, if she came out and she said that I did something and this is why I'm in this position with this man and our relationship is whatever, I feel like he'd be more easier to admit to the things that he was doing. I'm not saying that she should do that. I'm not saying that's how it should go. I'm saying I think it would have been easier if people came out. Like, for example, if I have a problem with you, my first thing isn't to tell you what you did and how you did it and whatever. My first thing is to go, yo, something you did makes me feel this, and then I'm going to break down how I feel about it and why I'm reacting that way. Instead of trying to blame you, I can't blame you for how I feel about things, but I just feel what I feel. The best I can do is just communicate it.
Communication is key. As we say in all of our episodes.
That's that, man. That's enough.
So my advice or my concluding statement would be, from what we see so far on social media, because we don't know how you guys are behind closed doors. From what we see so far on social media, you guys are both wrong. You should never throw someone's delicate past in their face like that. You should never belittle, especially a man that you want to call your husband, or that you're with. You should never belittle him, make him feel smaller than other men. Comparing your man to other men, that's dangerous. Like, that should be a big no-no.
Nobody likes comparison.
That's a big no-no. If you did hit him the way he said you did, that's a big no-no, because now it's left up in the air. Like, okay, he hit her. Did he hit her because she hit him? Or did he hit her first and then she struck him back? From what he's saying, she was the one that hit him first. So now, you know what?
Realistically, from what he's saying, he was pushed. He was pushed and provoked.
But he still didn't say he was pushed to hit her. He still didn't say he was pushed and it ended up with him hitting her. It was just, oh, she pushed me, but I did nothing. That's what he's trying to say.
He didn't say he didn't do it. And I'm just gonna say
he said he didn't do it at the end of the live.
Oh, he did?
He said he did not do it at the end of the live.
Yeah, he did. No, he fucked up.
Right now it's just, she pushed me, but I never hit her. And on her side, it's, he hit me and I never did anything to deserve that.
We'll see, man. We'll see. Hey, bro, I've seen women come out and post all the pictures of their abuse and they gone through it, and I've only seen one. So maybe she has more pictures in the stash. We'll see.
We'll see. And to
if
her
if she comes up with more bruised pictures, I go, yeah, he's fucked.
And to her now, if he is super manipulative like people are saying he is, and a narcissist like people are saying he is, you know what? The same support you have right now that you're getting from, ignore the bad support. The majority of it is good support. So the same support system you have right now from women all over the world, continue to take that. You're gonna grow from the situation. You're brave for speaking out. You know what? It's gonna help you. It's really gonna help you now to grow mentally and to get away from your past and to start fresh, right? But yeah, I don't want to end up to say if she is lying, but we're gonna see, because I know that there's gonna be more information that's gonna come out. Mm-hmm. There's gonna be more information that comes out. If there isn't, it's gonna be weird.
This is happening day by day, bro.
Yeah,
so I guarantee by this weekend, by the end of this weekend, one more major update is gonna come out. But like, I feel like everyone's gonna gather their intel for the next week coming, you know, and then the next week, maybe by Monday.
Until there's any evidence to prove him wrong, I'm gonna have to stand by her right now, because as a woman, that, again, sensitive topic, and I'm gonna have to stand by her. I understand what he went through, and that's totally wrong also. But when it comes to the domestic abuse, I'm gonna have to stand by her with that until there's more things that come out. I don't know. I don't know the relationship, so I don't know.
I can't take sides. All I can say is I'm gonna wait for more of the story to come out, just so I can give an opinion and keep it there.
No, but I'm not even trying to take sides. I'm just looking at it from domestic violence. You know what I'm saying? From that point of view, domestic violence in a whole.
Yeah, domestic violence is wrong. Doesn't matter who's doing it to who. Doesn't matter who's doing it to what. The guy's hitting the girl's talking shit to the guy.
They're right now to me they're both wrong.
Domestic violence is wrong. Period. That's what I'm saying. I can't
right now to me they're both wrong.
Who's here and who's not where? I can't say anything except for I gotta wait to see more of what happens because I can't. There's too much up in the air, bro. There's too much. Did he? Did she? What if? How could? There's too much up in the air for me. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't fairly sit down here and just go, this off of one lick of information. I have to pray on it.
We see a lot of people just thinking one way and just saying, oh, he's a liar, he's this, he's that, and then or saying whatever against her, and no one's really thinking logically to think of scenarios of how things could have turned out, why things could have been the way they are, and that's why we did this episode.
Last point for me, and then I'm shutting up and then I'm out the game. I promise you. The man's a comedian, bro. So you guys have to take this whole thing of him acting and trying to play around. You have to separate the craft from the man. Obviously he's going through something. He's going to be talking about it. The man's not going to try and use his comedy skills or his acting skills to get through this and try to whatever. Don't just if he's talking about something painful and he tears up a little bit, don't just go, oh, he's acting. That's bullshit. And then whenever she cries, it's poor her, and you know what I'm saying? Give it equal chance to both sides. Even if you don't agree with what he did, give it equal chance to both sides.
Until everything.
Until all evidence
is out.
Give it up.
And it might not even come out. We might be left with this. It's not our situation.
Yeah, man.
It's on the internet, so we can speak on it, but it's not our situation. They might not speak on it again. But this is just a conversation that we're having now to help you guys, help those who can't think, have an open mind to the situation, and just make you guys think of different ways, or just so you guys don't have that one, oh, he did it and he's wrong, and or she's lying.
Follow man mentality of
think outside the box.
Think for yourself.
Think outside the box. The internet presents things in a way where people are gonna jump to conclusions. Don't jump to conclusions. Just think outside the box. It's not it's not always as it seems. So that's our take on the situation with Majah hype and Kirby.
Yeah, but majorly overhyped
for now. And if more information comes out, we'll do another podcast to show how, or to speak on what we think about it. But
make sure
that's how we feel.
You leave your views on everything in the description below, and let's get it popping.
I want to know what you guys.
Let's get some discussions going. Do you think he was right for speaking out the way he did? Do you think he was wrong for what he did? Do you think she's brave for telling her side of the story the way she did? Do you think she was wrong for not including all of her evidence? Do you think she's hiding evidence? Do you think she's lying about something? Do you think he's lying about something?
Do you think he's telling the truth? Do you think that they're both abusive? Do you think they both need to get help? What do you guys think about the situation?
Even better, do you think they're going to get back together?
That happens. That happens too.
Happens more often than you think.
So, you guys can please share this video, because we also want to get this out there to we like having open discussions. So we want to get this video out there to see everyone's point of view, and just to help people feel comfortable to speak on this kind of. Anyone can watch this video and say, you know what, I feel brave, I want to speak on who abused me, or whatever the case is, and we want that to happen. So we don't want any woman to suffer in silence that's going through this kind of.
I don't want anyone to suffer
in silence. You're right. Anyone
I can't leave it at just women. I'm sorry. I don't want no one to
suffer in silence. Yeah, with any type of abuse, not just domestic, but any type of abuse. So I hope that you guys like this video. Mm-hmm. We hope that we hope that you guys will leave your opinions, and
tune into the next video.
Tune into the next video.
Until next time, you know what I mean?
Until next time, we love you guys. Like, comment, Subscribe. We forgot to say subscribe.
Yo, you still didn't send the video link to your grandma to subscribe. I'm still wondering why. Where's the grannies at? Like,
I
send.
said, where's the grannies at?
Send the subscriptions to all of your grandmothers. I know they're bored and they have YouTube to watch Judge Judy. Okay, so send on the granny subs. Don't know.
All right, guys. Until next time.
Peace.